Hello, we're going to do parabolas. Parabolas. I have everything set up for you. We're going to take this orange parabola equation here and find the vertex, axis of symmetry, focus, directrix, and then whether it opens up or down. We need to go through some sort of methodical set of steps here. And I think step one is to find its vertex. The way to do that is to take this number, since that's k and hk, you're going to switch the sign of what's inside that parabola right there. So if it's -1, you're going to make your vertex 1, -3. You're always going to keep this sign, but you're going to switch the sign in here. I'll put a little curly Q there. So we're going to switch that sign and keep the k sign. So our vertex is going to be 1, -3. And we're going to be a billion million % sure that that is correct before we go any farther with this. And once we are, we would bet $1 million on this. We call this H and K. You'll notice in the pink here, a lot of these are made up of H's and K's, and this other thing called P, which is step 2. And P is called the focal length. And a focal length of a parabola is, of course, just real quick here, because I feel like I have to. If you have a parabola coming in here, that's a vertex. This is a focus. And that distance right there is known as P. That is a focal length. It's the distance from the focus to the vertex. And that is 1 divided by 4 times that number, which is 1/4. All right, so if I want to find out how long P is, I'm going to do P equals 1 over 4 times A, where A is going to be 1/4, 1 over 4. Now, 4 times a fourth is 1. Now, think about it. If you have 4 people and I said, a fourth of you come here, that's 1 person, right? So that's going to be 1 over 1, which is 1. So P equals 1. And that doesn't satisfy any blanks, but it does allow us to find the focus and the directrix, which I'll talk about in a second. So we got our P. Step 1 is, of course, find the vertex, and that's with this method here. And step 2 is find P. From there, we can go right down this list and fill in these blanks by following these guidelines over here. The axis of symmetry, which is the dotted line I'm drawing here that goes right down the middle through the focus and the vertex where you would fold this parabola over on itself. That is x equals h, so it's just x equals 1. X equals 1. That would be the axis of symmetry. The actual focus point would be h comma k plus p. So h is 1, comma, k is -3, plus P, which is 1. Now, you don't want to leave an answer like that, so we come over here and we say, okay, that would simplify to 1, -2. And then we'd put a circle around that, because if you were doing a test, that is your final answer. That's the one you want your teacher to grade or whatever. For the directrix, and remember what that is, the directrix is a perpendicular line to the axis of symmetry that is down the focal length. So it's down another P down here, and it goes this way. That is called the directrix. And this is, of course, the axis of symmetry going this way. So the equation for the directrix is, of course, a y equals a number thing, and it's k minus p, where k is -3 minus p, so -1. And that would equal y equals -4. And so that would be your final answer. So it's okay to do a little bit of math within these blanks here. Just kind of circle your answers. Finally, does this thing open up or down? It opens up because of this, what this says right here. If A is positive, greater than 0, it opens up. If A is negative or less than 0, it opens down. And opening down would just, be a parabola like that. So this thing would open up. And that, my friends, is your final answer. And that's how you would do parabolas. You guys have a good one.